to the ground. Go be rocking around, yeah. Won't you follow me now? Won't you follow me now? Let me drop. Dive to the ground, so you're knocking around. Let me drop. Dive to the ground, so your shoulders to the ground. Let people drop. Dive to the ground, so you're knocking around. This is the time to lose your mind. If it feels right, get up. Don't let time fly. Grab a hold of the night, and if you're tired, this is the time to lose your mind. If it feels right, get up. Don't let time fly. Grab a hold of the night, and if your grip is tight, you got to want
yeah.
to give it up. You
Got everything ready.
Want to get on up. You got to want to.
Oh yeah, I got everything ready.
You got to want to get on up.
Oh yeah, I got a special announcement. There's a show tomorrow. It's benefiting one of the brothers I went to high school with, Michael Pratt, Michelle Kirkland, and Jayla Moore. The granddaughter, the granddaughter has passed, but I know Michael and Rachel is still fighting for their life. And so they're having a benefit concert tomorrow. It's going to be at the Benson Theater, located at 6054 Maple Street. Doors open at 5. Show begins at 6 o'clock. They had a fire in a family home. Brother Michael tried to go back and save his granddaughter, but she did not make it. And so they're doing a benefit concert in their behalf to, help them during this time of need. And so this is what we do here. This is how I grew up. In the projects, we actually loved each other. We actually supported each other in time of need. And being a human, there's always a time of need. So they're going to be hosted by my man Dominique Morgan, performance by Jess B, Andale Timeless, Cachet Michelle, Justin Payne, and more. There's going to be a $15 donation at the door. And so if you guys get a chance to go out tomorrow, we're at the Benson Theater, brand new Benson Theater, just opened up on 6054 Maple Street, right in the Benson area. That's tomorrow night. Doors open at 5. Show begins at 6. And so, again, we want to send our prayers to the Pratt family, without a doubt. Also, later we'll have the senator. Both senators should be coming in shortly. We're going to be interviewing those gentlemen, have a candid conversation, and talk about not only criminal justice reform, but LB 1024, et cetera, et cetera. All right. So stay tuned with us. We keep you guys in the 411 without a doubt. Okay. We're going to play some more music real quick, and we'll be right back with you. Boss with us.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Feel like I gotta be lost in my own thoughts. For real. Can't even see my daughter, I don't think it's fair to me. It feel like I gotta die to get someone to care for me. I often wonder why it ain't nobody there for me. Never really had nobody, so support is rare to me. I heard you only get one life, and I've been moving carefully. Swear I done been to places people wouldn't dare to be. And I done see some things that I ain't really care to see. I'm a troubled human being and probably need some therapy. Cause nobody intervenes until they see you perishing. I don't want you to wait until I die to cherish me. Cause baby, I'm the king, I can't let you embarrass me. Going in the end for me, it ain't nobody rare as me. Seeing those abusing me, misusing and confusing me. Usually I'm a target, it's like they always choosing me. So I keep my heart guarded so I don't end up losing me. I done been broken hearted before, it's nothing new to me. They thought I was retarded cause I maneuver stupidly. When in my head I thought no one maneuvered as smooth as me. A bunch of people faking, they be acting cool with me. Steady smiling in my face and probably plan on shooting me. Last dude tried to kill me, used to go to school with me. Been knowing up to second grade, he really grew. Unless I got the two of me. Be a cold day in hell before I let you me. Girl, you wasting your time if you plan on seducing me. You can shake that booty me, but girl, it ain't amusing me. Baby, I would rather know what can you really do for me. Cause you gotta hit the door if you got plans to ruin me. Can't even see my daughter, I don't think it's fair to me. It feel like I gotta die to get someone to care for me. I often wonder why it ain't nobody there for me. Never really had no. You only get one life and I've been moving carefully. Swear I done been to places people wouldn't dare to be. And I done see some things that I ain't really care to see. I'm a troubled human being and probably need some therapy. If you accept me, then accept how I'm living. If you respect me, then respect my decisions. I've been thugging with a passion. There's some things you can't imagine. My mama telling me I need to move different. I've been tripping. Me and my daughter so distant. I don't know why they want to ride my image. I know they don't want me completing my mission. Only God is my witness. Yeah. The same people I call family abandoned me. Say they love me and wouldn't lend it open-handed me. So when I'm up and finally able to manage me, I bet I won't forget the things you did to damage me. Saying sorry was just a way that you could manage me. But you can keep them fake apologies you handed me. Slowly but surely becoming the man I plan to be. I got a plan for me, but I don't think you understand. Can't even see my daughter, I don't think it's fair to me. It feel like I gotta die to get someone to care for me. I often wonder why it ain't nobody there for me. Never really had nobody, so support is rare to me. I heard you only get one life and I've been moving carefully. Swear I done been to places people wouldn't dare to be. And I done see some things that I ain't really care to see. I'm a troubled human being and probably need some therapy.
Oh yeah, welcome to the Boss Midday Show. I'm your host, William King. Again, today is Black Friday. We are a research radio station. If you're a first-time listener, yes, our goal is to modify our behaviors so we're better individuals, better family members, and better citizens, without a doubt. And so our goal is to make this community better. And the only way to do it is to actually engage in doing it. And so we practice negativity. So I want to make sure that we practice positivity. And so I know times are tough. I know I went to the grocery store and eggs are high and everything is high. And so, man, we just got to make sure that we utilize the tools that we have in our community. So we got people giving out food all 6 days a week. My neighbor down the street from us, Heart Ministry Center, my man Willie Hamilton. We got Omaha Food Bank. We got different resources in this community. And also, I just met with Omaha Permaculture, and they're going to be doing some amazing things this summer. I'm encouraging everyone to plant a garden. Plant a garden. We got to start feeding ourselves, without a doubt. On this Friday, make sure we're purposeful on supporting business. This is how we manifest our community towards greatness. And here at the Boss, we command that you support your neighbors. without a doubt on this Black Friday. All right. We're going to we're gonna get it to the young people. Shouts out to all the drivers out there that's transporting our precious cargo. This young lady, I think she's probably like a fourth grader or fifth grader. I don't know, she's probably about 7 or 8. I don't know. I know she probably second or third grade, maybe. Boss with us, Savannah. Oh yeah, we got the guests coming up shortly. Stay tuned with us. Boss with us.
SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. 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 I'm 6 years old, yes I am. I go to the park with my friends. I like to P-L-A-Y, 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 P-L-A-Y. Cause it's summertime. SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. 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 I have a sister named Summer. I'm in Cali for the summer. I love my mama. I'm at the beach with Miss Amanda. Yes, I am. S-U-N-O-U-T. 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 S-A-V-A-N-A-H, that's my name, Savannah. S-A-V-A-N-A-H, that's my name, Savannah. S-A-V-A-N-A-H, that's my name, Savannah. S-A-V-A-N-A-H, that's my name, Savannah.
All right. That's Savannah. Oh yeah. Shouts out to OPS and all the other school districts. Keep educating. My mama said they got theirs. You go get yours. I got mine. I'm letting you know. Go get yours. Shiffy, talk to him for me.
Shout out to my DJ. We about to run the streets like a relay. All about my cheese like I'm Green Bay. Packages coming in like it's eBay. Oh, and we know just how to get it off. You gotta deal with playing, you know I get it all. Hit the block and make it somersault. If it ain't about money, then I won't get involved. Look, make a call, he gon' get it all. Vacuum seal it, but we send it all. Yeah, I'm hot, no ethanol. Put a bag on his head, that's a problem solved. Ever get about a hater? No, not at all. Ever trust a trick? No, not at all. Hit a smooth lick when ain't got it all. Never ever been a worker, always been a boss. Catch me riding on my dolo. Trying to find a way to get some more dough. Oh, I think I found my mojo. And I ain't going broke no more. True. Got these little haters mad. Why? Cause I'm really in my bag. Right. Invest and make it double back twice. Just a younger living that fast life. Shout out to my DJ. We about to run the streets like a relay. All about my cheese like I'm Green Bay. Packages coming in like it's eBay. Oh, and we know just how to get it all. You gotta deal with playing, you know I get it all. Hit the block and make it somersault. If it ain't about money, then I don't get it. Oh, it's that A hitter. My rolling like a skate figure. Right now, you looking like a steak dinner. Better leave before we take you off that plate, hitter. Oh, and you don't wanna go there. Look around, ain't no goofies in here nowhere. Ooh, look, shout out to my DJ. Couple shows hit the road on the freeway. Oh, they showing love like it's V-Day. Every day is lit like a relay. All about my cheese like I'm Green Bay. Packages coming in like it's eBay. Oh, and we know just how to get it all. Making summer song. If it ain't about money, then I won't get involved.
Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, white steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. You know, love ties holding me down. Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, white steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. You know, love ties holding me down. Baby, I'm hot like summer. I've been on the move, roll running. Ain't on your cars for nothing. I've been on my grind, yeah, can't kick it, baby, so I ain't got time. You said you love me, would you still be if my money ain't right? Would you be running up digits, can't stop at 6 figures, I'm $1 million, baby. I can't be your little baby. Baby, I'm hot like summer, yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, white steady. Tryna wipe it down, I'm getting money right now, you know, love ties holding me down. Baby, I'm hot like summer, yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, white steady. Tryna wipe it down, I'm getting money right now, you know, love ties holding me down. I need somebody who really about it. I shouldn't drive, I carry my blade. Running their lips, but ain't really on shit. I told you once, don't speak what I did. Instead, that mountain to try. You play with my cheese, you display. That's how you silence a rat. You making noise, tell the truth, you ain't speaking the facts. Babe, I'm gonna keep it 100. Would you rather have me tell you a lie? Giving you options, you don't love me or not. Hold on to the thought while I handle this drive. Babe, I was gonna be right back. You didn't understand that. I had to hang up these racks. I'm not your typical catch. I like rich sex in the back of the Phantom. Stars on the ceiling, it's not a rental. Been a long day, me good. How you been, boo? Ain't trying to argue about these. Stay busy on the road. You see that I'm here with you. No, I ain't trying to argue about. Stay busy on the road, you know. Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, white steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. You know, love ties holding me down. Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, white steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. You know, love ties holding me down. Holding me down. You know, love ties that's holding me down. If I run it up, you gon' stick around. If I run it up, you gon' be around. Your love ties that's holding me down.
Oh, shouts out to Serena. Oh, yeah, she's a central ego. Oh, yeah, you know I'm a Brian Bear, but I got to give it up to my neighbor. Without a doubt, baby. Without a doubt, this is what we do here. This Black Friday, we encourage you guys to support a black business today. If you're from a black diaspora, oh, yeah, that's your responsibility. And if you are a neighbor, we want you to support us also because we spend money with y'all every day. We spend money every day with y'all. Without a doubt. So, oh yeah, if we're gonna raise this community, we gotta do it together. Oh yeah, without a doubt. I got some stars in the house, y'all. Man, they've been hot. That's why I had to play that Serena song. Hot like summer. And this winter, these brothers are hot. And I got these hot lights on too. If you see some swears, it's from the hot lights. But you know, I mean, it's been a lot of pressure, a lot of I just want to ease the situation. Y'all smile. For real. I mean, my God, when you smile, you release endorphin that create healing. All right. It's going to be all right, y'all. So, Omaha, I got some stars in the house. You know how these stars are. They get their own noun, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, all yes, and predicates. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We'll get right into the dialogue because I know y'all been waiting for this. And I know I got to, fellas, I didn't know I was a shock jock. Somebody said I was a shock jock. I'm not Howard Stern, baby. Howard's in New York. No. We just keep it real here. I'm gonna let these gentlemen introduce themselves. We'll get right into the dialogue because we want to make sure that we get some clarification. And the only way to get clarification is you hear from those that are responsible for the clarification that's going on in regards to LB 1024. But also, I want to talk about criminal justice because I'm a former probation officer. And this is the only area in America where the Black incarceration rate amongst males went up. And you got three brothers right here. And so, of course, I want to talk about the money, but also I want to talk about some other things since they're responsible for our livelihood. I tell everybody, Channel 16 is must-see TV. If you got cable TV, Cox Cable, I don't know if anyone else, but if you got Channel 16 is they broadcast the legislature from the unicameral, so you can watch all the dialogue, all the negotiation. It's must-see TV. Go ahead, gentlemen. Why don't you go ahead and introduce it? We're gonna let the shortest introduce himself first. The one that has no hair. We're gonna let him go first.
How y'all doing? This is Terrell McKinney, State Senator, District 11, North Omaha.
Justin Wayne, District 13. That goes from northeast Omaha all the way to Washington County and to 120th and State.
Well, guys, I always like to get a background from people. Everybody wants to get in the nitty gritty, but I want to let people know, who are you? Are y'all from here? Are y'all family from here? Where'd y'all go to high school? Because some people they've been shipped in here. You know what I mean? I want to see if y'all got some blood.
We play together on Orchard Park. That's where I'm from. Orchard Park. I used to play with Bill. Is that a conflict too now?
No.
Everything seemed to be one. But no, I grew up here. Went to Hartman. Went to King Science Center. Went to Northwest. Only left for a little bit for college, but yeah, Orchard Park, where we all grew up at.
Yeah, without doubt.
I grew up here too. Born and raised. Went to Kellum was the first elementary I went to. I graduated from North. Only time I was away for school too, and then I came back.
Okay, so you guys got veins and arteries. You guys have generations in this community.
Yes,
and so obviously you care about this community.
Absolutely.
And so I want to get that clarified first, because they're from the community, they love this community, and then when you're dealing with a unicameral, and I watch it, they have 2 votes. 1, 2. How many people are in the unicameral?
49.
49.
And so if you want to break it down by Democrat, Republican, there's only 17 Democrats. So if you ever want to get something passed, you got to at least find 8 more votes on the other side of the aisle. If you want to talk about minorities, it's myself, Terrell, Senator Brewer, Senator who's a Native American, Senator Sanders, who is from Hawaii. I think that's Tony. And Tony Vargas from South Omaha. So there isn't a lot of us down there. And nobody carries the what I call the burden of the Black politician like we have to carry every day. Okay. And you see it unfortunately play out on the news every day.
Without doubt. And so the news only give you like a snapshot. So that's why I tell you guys to watch Channel 16, and you can see what actually happened, what some of these bills are being put forth from these other senators. You can see some of the nonsense that goes on, but also you see some of the professionalism that goes on in our unicameral. And I talk about nonsense, just the bills they put forth. So, gentlemen, let's talk about 1024. Let's get rid of any myths. Let's talk about myths first, because people think the recommendation from Olsen are permanent. Is that true, or is that a myth?
It's recommendations from a consulting firm that was hired by the legislature to give us recommended projects to look at to address the economic issues in our community. It's not permanent. You still got to go through the legislative process and all those type of things.
Right.
It's not the Bible. It's somebody giving us recommendations of projects to look at.
Okay.
And go forward with.
So one of the first gaps I'll tell you is first, people need to read the report, and then not just the report, but they need to go into the appendices and see where the gaps are on projects and where some projects are good. But the first thing got to happen is the committee's got to accept the report. And I'm no longer the chair of the committee, Senator McKinney is. But we literally just got the report January something. And we started a legislature like literally the next day. And if you don't know how it works, is you only got 10 days to introduce bills. So we got to get all our criminal justice bills, everything that we try to do. We got to make sure it's getting done right. And when I say done right, we have over 812 bills, I think, this year, the most ever since like 2005. So you have bill draft to say you better send it up right the first time because we might not be able to get back to it.
Right.
So we haven't, at least I haven't gone through all the projects yet. I saw the recommendations, but even in the recommendations, they have some that have gaps. Like OEDC asked for 40 and they recommended 20. Well, can OEDC even do the job with just 20? Maybe they'll say no. Maybe they'll say yeah. So they're still it's a recommendation.
Exactly.
Right. Well, see, I want to clarify that too, because we got investigators in the community and they have cross-reference and all that stuff. But I want to make sure that the authenticity get out today, so there's no more questions after the day. You know what I mean? So, well, any other myths that you guys are dealing with that you want to address?
On the front page. So here's a situation. Here's a story. So August 2021, I incorporated a company called Sankofa. A friend of mine, what you do business, you ask a friend to do something. 6-7 months later, they wanted to change the name. And then about 6-7 months later, as they were building their board, they decided they wanted to go after state dollars. At that point, I said, I can't be involved. I wasn't involved anyway. I wasn't on their board. I wasn't being paid. I was just there. Not even there. I didn't attend meetings or nothing. I said, well, y'all need to start a new company, which they did. They kept part of the name, but now it's because I did my real job, but I didn't even get paid for it, that somehow there's this conspiracy to do somehow Wayne's tied to this thing. But at the end of the day, I've not been paid. I haven't never been on the board, and I don't have a legal relationship. And at the end of the day, when I'm going through the applications and I'm going through board of directors of organizations, there's a lot of people I don't represent it. But that's my thing. Like, and then the article was like, do you want to disclose a conflict? I'm like, I don't know what the conflict is. There hasn't even been a bill. Senator McKinney just dropped a bill 2 days ago. So what do I declare a conflict on? Right.
Now you incorporate other organizations too, right? So this is just not the first one.
No, I incorporate. Well, not after this. All right, that's gonna cut that out. Because I don't know what they're gonna do.
Right. So we go down Secretary of State. Your name is on signatures on other applications besides just that one.
Absolutely. Okay. I'm a registered agent for other corporations, and I gotta do bienniums every year for those corporations. That doesn't mean I'm involved in those corporations.
Right.
Some of them I got to call to see if they still even exist because I'm not their attorney.
Okay. So again, we want to make sure we go over procedure on how things work, so we get rid of rumors. I know I had to put in my biannual report through the Secretary of State, and so I'm late. I'm gonna send y'all $20, Secretary of State. I'm no late, but I just want to make sure you guys know the procedure of things, so there's no gray area. Period. Anything else?
Anything else leaving out? A myth that we evaluated the projects.
That's true.
Oh, so you had nothing to do.
No, so we stepped away
when the grant process was concluded. We had a meeting the next Tuesday with the consultant. At that meeting, I said all the senators need to stay off until they're done. Okay, we aren't going to be accused of that. And this is the crazy part about this is the community says we don't want Olson to decide. But then the community comes back and says, well, y'all just picking y'all friends. Like y'all picking the old heads or y'all picking who. So it's a catch-22 and we're trying to balance it. That's why we're going back through the legislative process.
Well, I know for a fact that you're not I know for a fact you're not hooking up to friends.
But also on the topic of like picking the old heads, then you got the comment, who is Sankofa? Why are you picking new people? I thought new people, like it's like pick what you like. Nobody's being consistent here.
Right.
It's like do you want us to support new organizations or do you want us to support the traditional ones? You gotta pick.
We know, I know the main concern that I get from community, because I got a lot of calls, and I told everybody, I said these just recommendations. Let's chill on our emotions right now until we go through learn the whole process. And is there opportunities for other recommendations to be submitted, or is there opportunity to change or even collaborate to increase opportunities for funding,
So
or for at least for consideration?
I'll give you one example. If there's ideas, so let's back up. What this was a very quick process, a process that usually takes a year. We had to get done in 6 months in order to come back to the legislature. The biggest thing is this process allowed grandma who wanted to get her windows fixed to the biggest developer in Omaha to submit the same application and go through the same process. That's never been done before in our community.
Right.
It's always been behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
So in addition to that, anybody can go out into the appendixes and see how they did, what we're ranked with. I think people forget the city of Omaha and Douglas County has given out just as much money as this $225 million that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But you can go out and see everything that's done. So to me, I keep telling everybody, it's a starting point. It's a starting point to where somebody evaluated your project. Now you get to go back and fill in your gaps.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you can't do it in Senator McKinney's bill, but you can come down to the legislature this year or next year and say, I need money for this. Here's how we improved. And there could be a bill.
Mm-hmm.
For example, one of the ones that's near and dear to my heart that wasn't recommended is the MUD. MUD came in and put a proposal and spoke publicly that they wanted money for lead pipes. We have tons of lead service pipes in our community.
Mm-hmm.
That affects the brain, that affects a lot of things. They weren't recommended because the economic impact, believe it or not, is a little low because it's just it's a set construction project. It doesn't have long-term economic impacts, and you can't really economically weigh what the health disparities might close or not. So I understand why they weren't selected. So Senator McDonald introduced a bill to get $50 million to do lead-based service pipes. I'm a co-sponsor of that. I'm pretty sure Senator McKinney, because that's a good idea that maybe ain't part of recommendations, but they figured out how to close some of their holes and got a senator to sponsor. So there are plenty of opportunities with amendments on the floor. There are plenty of opportunities to bring projects still forward. But the biggest thing we have been saying from day one, and I'm gonna stop talking, is we have got to come together.
Mm-hmm.
We can't support 6 different Black museums. We just don't have the buying power.
Mm-hmm.
We can't support 4 different Black radio stations. We don't have you know how it works. The business, you got to have advertising. We got to figure out as a community how to come together. And if you look at the projects that were recommended, those projects, if you dig into the appendices, they all have multiple people coming together. So like in your application I looked at, it created 10 jobs. I'm saying you want to have a bigger impact. Let's figure out how you can partner with, and I'm just naming people, don't hold it against me, Omaha Star, First Sky, Great Plains Museum, whoever, to say, okay, we're gonna create this historic cultural district on 24th, and we're all gonna come together. Because then your 10 jobs are combined with 10. Now you got 100 jobs.
Right.
So now that score is a lot higher.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, I mean, this is something we've been struggling with in North Omaha forever.
Without a doubt. And people at least want to hear that opportunity to collaborate.
Right.
So they can have an opportunity to resubmit. And I really want to get that clarified today. To me, that's
let me clarify, though. It won't be resubmit to Olson and consultants. I'm saying take your baseline and come find Senator McKinney, come find Senator Wayne, come find, if you're not, you don't live in, come find Senator Vargas, and figure out what bills we can do amendments on. We can go down and have a committee hearing. And I mean, 1024 was all amendments. Like it developed off of amendments.
Okay.
People forget that OPS was split off of an amendment. It wasn't an original bill.
Okay. So
any bill can be amended along the way, but we got to quit fighting with each other and figure out how we can come together and say we really want X, Y, or Z.
Okay. So
I'm done talking. You had a rest.
So we still got, Senator McKinley is the chair of that committee, and how does it feel to be the chair of the committee? I want to ask that first of all, because I've never been in that position. I'm the greatest dunker, but I've never been in the chair of a committee.
Honestly, it's been so crazy. It hasn't set in yet. We haven't had hearings yet, but also we've been dealing with all this, trying to get bills in. I'm just trying to get through the weeks at this point.
Man, I mean, because I watched the unit camera. I actually watched you gentlemen. I just want to clarify community again. Please, if you didn't get it, rewind it. Nothing's final. We still have opportunities. Those that need to come together, talk, come to a center so they can look at that and so they can sponsor it for amendment. So if you guys looked at Schoolhouse Rock as a young kid, you would know all this. You know what I mean? For real. But this is the process. And so instead of being, let's use the energy in a more constructive way. And like, we got enough division, and this time is too important to let it crumble. For real, it's too important.
The thing that I think we also got to think about, or people need to realize, is we can't be good, amazing senators one day, and a day your project don't get recommended, we horrible people.
Right.
Like, come on.
I agree with you. Well, and that's why I let people ask you the first question that you got. Yeah. You're from this community, right? And you're not like other people that come here for a few years and leave with $500,000. You're not like that. And so, so for those that I've talked to, I had to call some people some names. I mean, this is how heated it is. But at the same time, y'all, we got some time to talk. Let's figure out who we need to come talk to, collaborate with, and then let's reach out to the senators individually or as a group and talk to them. Other than that, social media, phone calls, other than that, it's not going to work. Let's be businessmen and businesswomen. Let's come and strategize and implement, and then and talk to the senators and see we get amendments if it works. If it works, y'all, because you got to be realistic. All 300 some of us can't get funded.
But the other thing people need to think about is we had 3.5 billion in request. Mm-hmm. Somebody was not going to get something. Mm-hmm. And if we only got $330+ million and the request is 3.5 billion, mm-hmm. somebody's not getting something. Right. Like, let's be honest here.
And see, I like to be hypothetical. Now, just say, if once you find the fat is gone, say if out of that 300, and you can give them carve out 34 million. If you carve out 34 million for those that didn't get recommended, that's 100,000 per. Now everybody get funded.
But here's the issue though.
Okay,
we could carve out 100,000 for everybody, mm-hmm. but is 100,000 going to be transformational? Is it going to have real impact? Is it really gonna do something? Because we gotta get past just taking the crumbs. Because to me, if millions are on the table, let's find a way to best use those millions instead of just nickel and diming $100,000 here, $100,000 here. Mm-hmm. Then 5 years later, we passed out this money and it's still nothing to show for it.
Well, it depends on that business, because that nickel and dime could be. Yeah, it could matter
for some entities. I'm not saying all,
and that 100,000 can leverage, similar to what I've done it up in Macy. We got a grant that it cost me about 100-some thousand. Now I can now it's value at way more. I can leverage that. Mm-hmm. So that 100,000, you can leverage that for other funding, similar to what Nebraska Enterprise Fund does. You can get 50,000, but they partner with other agencies, just like you gentlemen said. So it
could be leveraged, but we got to be strategic. Right. That's all I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, whatever gets supported, we have to be strategic about what we support, because 5-10 years down the line, when we look back on all this, and if nothing changes and we still got the same conditions,
but you said that you tried,
but
that's the difference.
They don't give black men the ability to say we tried.
That's the fact.
So and that's why I told you about the numbers. You only got 2 votes, and that's why it's important for us to get involved in the political process.
Like, people are hoping, and so what I tell people is before you react to something, ask who's behind the narrative and who benefits for the narrative. And the reality is we had to fight like cats and dogs just to get to where we are, sometimes with our own party, just to get to this point. And you better believe that if we can't spend this money or we mess up, there's not going back. But if we can't spend this money, they are waiting in the wings to take this to Western Nebraska. They are waiting in the wings to do water projects. They are waiting. I mean, there's a whole canal that has to be built from Nebraska to Colorado. It's $500 million that they can use this money for. Like, what I'm telling you, that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, but it doesn't have to be if people understand this is a starting point. You may not get some money this year, but it doesn't stop us from introducing a bill next year on your behalf to help you get some appropriation. Like that's the game. We got to stop thinking about the next 90 days. And I know it's hard for a lot of us. We got to talk about for the community what's going to look like in the next 5 years.
For the next round, I want another hypothetical. Is it going to be the same process?
No,
because and the reason why I say that, because how I got this radio station, the federal government wouldn't allow me to get a license unless I was doing work 2 years prior to the filing window. So I couldn't even apply because it's federal. And so I think we need to put stipulations like that, because we got people that's been in this community for 30 years. And I heard one application, they use the address of 2400 Lake Street. That's not even an address, and they got $1 million. And so I'm not happy about that one. I'm not really happy about that one. So we got people from the outside, on the outside, that's not from this community, taking advantage of those that have been in this community. So I think that's most of the frustration. Some people have done their investigations, and so I don't know who the two brothers are, but I know you live out west. So I'm the boss here, so I don't have to be political ethic. As long as I tell the truth, you can't sue me, because I've been to South Carolina Media Law School. So I'm very versed and I'm very smart. But at the same time, I want to make sure that entities like that don't take advantage of the system, and people that actually need that money can take advantage of it.
But at the same time, Senator McKinney just said earlier, I think was, if we keep giving to the old guard, everybody's saying, why is the old guard get it? What about our new energies? What about our, so it's a fine line we always got to walk. But people got to understand, though, back to process. Just because we allocate it does not mean the executive branch has to give it to them.
Right.
I mean, we passed Medicaid expansion, and it took 4 years before the executive branch said yes, right?
Yeah.
So we can allocate and say, okay, this is going to Bill King. Then the Department of Economic Development, or whoever it goes to, we can say DAS, they can put their own stipulations, say, okay, give me your tax returns, give me this, give me that, give me that. Oh, you don't got this right paperwork. And they can deny you.
Right.
Then it comes back to us as not funded. And so the next year we got to reallocate it. So just because we fund it doesn't mean it always gets funded outside of that, because the governor's office is the one who executes it.
Okay.
It's a separation of powers. Trust me.
Right.
If I could have the funds and give it out myself, I would. But we can't. We got to give it to the governor's office to do that. That's 3 branches of government. Right.
So I want to get this clarified. For those that did get funded, it's our opportunity to communicate, see where we can collaborate, and then reintroduce that so-called amendment. What do you call it? Amendment?
So yeah. So what, like, for example, there's bills out there like there's other funding bills, right? So even you can come down to Senator McKinney's bill and say, we would like to see these dollars go somewhere else. It may not go in that bill, but there's enough other bills on the floor and appropriations that we might be able to. I can't guarantee you, but we might be able to. I know McDonald's trying to push for MUD. I know other, like, for example, housing. Housing didn't get all the money they wanted. I think they've introduced bills that are around $400 to $500 million they're asking for. So just because they didn't get funded there, they went down and asked for more.
So, but this money derived from COVID, and Charles Drew, I mean, that's our only main hospital in North Omaha. I mean, Phil Rooney, that was sitting over here from Dulles County. I mean, there's only a few people that was actually open during the reason why these dollars were allocated, and without the help of the hospitals or the schools, because everybody else was closed. And so So people have a different argument because, again, if you just existed in the last 2 years, you wasn't even around COVID. You wasn't even you didn't exist. I was dealing with people coming here with masks from trying to help businesses stay afloat. And so I do got a problem because if a hospital's not a catalyst, if a communication, if a communication network is not a catalyst, and both of these are considered national security, part of national security, and if those entities don't get evaluated differently, then
that's not what the law says. That's the issue, right? So like ARPA is written that in qualified census tracts, it can be used for housing. That had nothing to do with COVID. But the government said we're trying to build resilient communities. And so we know that stable housing, we know that it can be used for jobs. So we know that stable jobs can build a resilient community in these poor areas. I'll give you an example. We allocated money last year, COVID dollars, for some projects in Western Nebraska. The governor's office did their thing and the people applied and they said, no, you don't qualify under federal law. So that money is just sitting there. So just because, let's just say we adopt 100% of the recommendations, there is no guarantee that everybody in those recommendations are going to get money.
So they still got to meet the qualification for the IRS and all these other entities.
And they got to meet whatever the qualification the governor puts on.
Oh, so there's going to be more rules put on?
From what I heard from
the new governor,
but also
what I heard from the House,
when we talk about process, so this time last year, Senator Wayne introduced a bill for $450 million, the North Omaha Recovery Plan. That was our vision. It got to the floor, and the body was like, "No, we all but said y'all." Can't
I watched it. I watched it. I watched it.
So we had to go through this process. It's not a process we wanted to go through ourselves,
right?
And people need to understand that.
We were stuck at 100 million.
Yes.
And Senator Flood, I'll give him credit, and Senator Luann Linehan said, if you want more, you got to go through some architect engineers and you got to have a process. So basically what they said is we need a stamp because they actually passed out a report for $20 million for another project. And it was 1.5 pages and it had a stamp on it. And it was a blue stamp. And I got up because I was so mad on the floor. I said, I just got to put a stamp on it. Is that what I needed to make our report legit? I got to put a stamp on it. And literally they was like, yeah, it don't matter how smart we are and how much we know our community.
Right.
You got to get a stamp from this type of firm.
Okay.
So they put us through the process.
Okay.
Like there's only 2 people, but from that went from 1 million to 350. So I took the gamble of saying, we'll go through the process.
Right.
That's $250 million more.
But also, people also got to understand we had to fight to get that 100 plus to 300 because in the initial governor's budget, it was 12 million for North Omaha. And it was only going to go to 2 organizations. And I'm not going to say their names, but that
I know who they are.
But
and y'all wrong. Y'all wrong for doing that because
it was 7 and 5 to 2 organizations, and that's all that was allocated for.
Right.
You know, so we were fighting, but was it perfect? No. But to me, it's a starting point.
Right.
You know where you're at right now. We know how to grow it from here.
So what the future look like? We got a surplus, about $2 billion. I know the governor wants to do this big educational push. I know somebody's going through that as far as property tax relief. I know we need that also. Are you gonna be able to allocate some more money out of there? And then also, can we put different rules that you got to be in this community at least 2 years prior, and you can only put 1 application in, and you can only ask for so much, So
I guess my question is this though, that is kind of hard because say for instance, you team up with, and this is a hypothetical, you, Omaha Star, and First Sky team up and form some type of partnership, and y'all incorporated. That's not in a community for more than 2 years.
I agree with you.
You get what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
It's tricky.
So the only way we can't really develop a new organization
That's what Sankofa did. Now I'm conflicted out.
Right.
That's what
a
whole bunch
but
of people
you
together.
could. You could form a partnership.
But I mean, a partnership
under
collaboration. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. Partnership. Okay. Yep. So I'm looking for partners. I'm looking for partners. I'm looking for partners, y'all.
Your question, we have started having conversations around 100 million, 200. Governor announced his plans, and it looks like he almost took all the money. So it's going to be another dogfight. It's going to be a fight to try to. We got 2.3 billion in surplus, and we got a little bit more. So we actually got like about 300 or 3 billion that we're going to disperse this year.
Mm-hmm.
Some people want income taxes, some people want school stuff, and the housing community wants 400 million or 200 million. So you got all these things fighting against each other.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that's why there's noise right now and distractions, because Senator Wayne and Senator McKinney were successful. So now we got to throw shade on everybody. So when they ask for more, people are, we don't know if we want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is the community is going to grow and going to benefit from everything that we talked about. It may not be perfect, but it's a starting point.
Right. All right. Gentlemen, anything that we didn't discuss that you want to make sure that we talk about today? Anything, any other rumors or anything that you want to clear up?
I would say the same way everybody call us throughout the year and ask us questions.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that same, we're not running from questions, but just don't go around spreading BS.
Right.
And you got my number and you've been calling me all year.
Yeah, without doubt. Hey, we bought a bottle over here. For real. I called them. The gentleman came in. They did not run. They're not hiding. I told you, I know where all my heroes are buried. I don't know where Abraham and Jesus buried it, but I know where Malcolm and Martin buried at. For real. And so they're not running. And I'm asking everyone, let's be intelligent. If you don't get nothing this time, let's make sure that we know the process so we can show up for next time. But regardless, it's a time to collaborate. They gave you the 411. If you got a chance to partner and resubmit that idea to them, and so they can put it in amendment. I know how things, but they can attach amendments to any kind of bill. They do it all the time, especially if they want a bill pass. Well, you got to push this.
But the other thing I would say
Mm-hmm.
on 1024, there was other pieces to it. There's grants for small businesses. I passed my priority bill to iHub. That's $5 million per year for grants for small businesses in North Omaha. There's other grants attached to this. It's more money, but people just looking at the recommendations, but they're not diving deep into what the bill actually did.
Okay, so there's other pools of money that people can apply once.
We set up in here. This Omaha Recovery Fund that every year should get 10 million. So we should always be getting 10 million.
Oh, okay. So it's regenerating money.
This is what I'm trying to.
I'm like, y'all bad. Y'all some bad deals then. Okay. So just not one time.
No, I mean, it ain't gonna be 300 million, but
right.
Always be some 10 to 20 coming to Omaha or North Omaha every year. That's not like. So much going on.
So that have never existed before. I know for a fact.
It hasn't.
So I mean, so Holmes, is that are you part of the governor budget now? Or
it's part of our there is a line item budget for Omaha Recovery Fund that he's going to share for the next 2 years.
And that's part of the governor budget.
That's now they could say zero and we got to go in and add it back.
But it's there.
But the hardest part is getting it into the budget.
I'm telling you, y'all, everybody talk about. I'm gonna take my glass off of this one because what they're talking about is when I talk about when people talk about the reparation for Black people, y'all want one-time payment. No, we want to line them similar to the Native Americans, so they get money every year from the United States budget. That's what they're talking about, and so man, that's powerful. But I know you probably to re-vote for it again, but to have a line item in a governor budget, that's powerful, y'all.
So the other thing is, like he just said on the iHub stuff, you got small business grants. DED just hasn't set it up yet because they've been dealing with all the 1024 stuff. So you got $5 million every year going to small business grants forever. Mm-hmm. So any small business in North Omaha can apply for $12,000 and $25,000 grants every year.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, should we have done a better job explaining? Yeah, but it's rough. It's just two of us.
And
you know,
I mean, we get 12, like we signed up for it, but we trying to make sure everything go right. It's hard, like communication. Yeah, it could have been better, but you got to understand, we not only fighting to make sure it go right, we fighting outside forces that don't want to see it be what it's supposed to be. Nobody is looking at that part of it. Like,
and I told you guys, they only got 2 votes. They only have 2 votes, and that's why it's so important to come down to those committee hearings, so we can show our enthusiasm, but also our intelligence and power that we're backing these gentlemen. We're not going to agree on everything, y'all, but we gotta introduce the skill of the ability to agree to disagree sometimes. All right, we're not gonna get everything we want all the time, but we still got some hope. So let's talk to whoever that we can talk to collaborate. My man Paul said the Black Media Association. I love it. I'm part of a couple of national association, and so we can start sharing.
Let me just. I said this earlier. So I got a bill for digital media for kids. So I open up that space, and I think I'm asking for some money, but I can't remember how much it is. I'm telling you, if you pull together a media association, I will drop an amendment for whatever amount of money, and I'll fight for that, for y'all to get that. Because part of the problem that we have in the legislature is we can't always get the word out. But I would love to be able to contact 1 or 2 people, and it goes. So I got a bill right now we can attach an amendment to that hasn't had a hearing yet, to say on the floor we're going to add this amendment, and this is why it's important. Like that's how we got to do things in the legislature.
Well, you know, I want to give you guys an invitation to come in at least once a month and keep us knowledgeable on the processes, what bills that we need to be paying attention to, and what days we need to show up. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse. So just to let me know what day you guys want to come in. You can do it individually or together, but at least once a month, so that way no one can have no excuses that they didn't know. Period. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Man, I want to thank these brothers for coming in. Anything else, gentlemen?
No, bro. Thank you.
Okay. They not running.
And he was not the best dunker. Let me tell you.
I am the greatest dunker. Not the best, the greatest.
He was not the greatest.
Yeah, I am the greatest.
9.5 foot rim at Orchard Park don't count.
The rim at Erskine Park, one is 9.8. The other one is 10.6. And I was dunking it like it was easy. Michael Jordan, by the way, said, Mr. King, you are a leaper. And he didn't say that to Spud Webb. He didn't say that to Dominique Wilkins. He said it to William King. Greatness comes from this community, y'all. I'm telling you, y'all, let's reach out. Let's figure out who we can partner with, y'all. There's still opportunity to work together. And please reach out to the senators. I know people are upset, but we got to be professional in these days. We cannot miss this opportunity. All right. And no one's gonna get fully satisfied, but we're gonna have the meeting so we can collaborate. But all this backbiting, all this separation, that's just giving the enemy energy and evidence or whatever that we can't get along or that we can't complete things. All right, brothers, I appreciate y'all. Without a doubt. Let me take a picture real quick, and then I got my man Phil Rooney coming in from the health department. We're gonna keep y'all safe. All right, John. Appreciate y'all. All right, brother Phil. Thanks for being patient, brother Phil.
We want to get you guys over to one of our sacred heart meetings.
All right, Omaha, the Birds of Bless. We just had both senators in. Martine said hi, gentlemen. Martine said hi. And for you guys, Senator Wayne was talking about how he incorporate nonprofits and LLC. My girl Martine Corte, she does the same thing. So if you need a business, register with the Secretary of State, Martine. She provides that service without a doubt. I want to thank everybody that chimed in. We're gonna be following up. We're gonna be following up with him. So, brother Phil, how things going?
Oh, life is always interesting.
Omaha, the Birds of Bless. After my man Phil come in, we got a very special guest come in because I had talked about, brother Pratt earlier, Michael Pratt earlier. I went to school with him. He was I with all the Pratt brothers. So we want to make sure that they got a special event coming up tomorrow over at the Benson Theater. We want to make sure we go over there and support without a doubt. And so they're going to be coming up and talking next. But right now, I got my man Phil Rooney in. All this stuff is still going on. The pandemic is still going on. And so I know we're trying to get comfortable, but we can't get too comfortable, can we, Phil? Or can we get comfortable, Phil?
No, I wouldn't say get comfortable. Keep doing what you've been doing, but things are definitely looking better and heading in the right direction.
Okay. All right.
So that is good. Between Tuesday and Thursday, 48 hours reports, we only had 98 new cases. That's definitely heading in the right direction. Usually we report for a few more days, but the cases are definitely down. What did we? We're almost at 100 and closing in on 180,000 cases for the pandemic, though, in the county
since 2020.
2020, yep.
Wow.
Which is about when we started hanging out here.
Okay.
We have over 1,263. It's a hard number to say, and an unpleasant one.
Mm-hmm.
People who've died from COVID-19 related infections.
Mm-hmm.
It may have been the only thing that was wrong with them. They may have had something else, and that was what put them over the edge. But yeah, it's responsible for over 1,200 deaths in the county. We had 126 people hospitalized with COVID yesterday.
Okay.
That's down. It was around 150 about a week earlier.
Right.
So that's heading in the right direction. You may have remembered last week we're at about 94% with hospital beds full and the ICU beds full. That's down to 83%. Pediatric ICU beds, well, it's 78% of capacity, but there's still only 10 beds. So unfortunately, we don't have that many kids getting that sick.
Right.
We had a clinic today at the health department. We'll have another one next Friday from 9 to 3. And that will include the flu vaccine. We also will be on Ames Avenue 5544, I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
Montclair Memorial United Methodist Church up there. We'll be at Pastor P's place from, I believe it's during the morning next Saturday.
So you guys do flu and COVID shots? Or?
Yes, we're doing flu and COVID shots. We have had 9 flu-related deaths in the county so far that we're aware.
This year? Wow.
For this flu season.
Wow.
Yeah. Adult deaths are not some diseases are required to be reported by law. Some conditions, flu is not, so that may well be underreported. We have 1 pediatric death to flu and the 8 adult deaths, but we have had 6,878 reported cases. That's what came in through last Saturday. It takes a while for all the reports to get in. Mm-hmm. That's the second most cases we've had in a flu season in the last decade, and we still go through April. So there's a whole lot of flu season. We could have another. We had a really big early surge. We could have another one, and I would encourage people, even if you've had the flu, it wouldn't hurt to get a flu shot because there are multiple strains in circulation, and this will protect you against 4 of them. So you can get the flu twice in one season.
Well, see, is it obviously in the adult population? Because you don't see the schools. The schools seem like they're pretty in full operation.
Yeah, the schools are pretty much in full operation. There's not a lot of illness. And remember, we had a couple of weeks there where maybe it was good to have the kids apart. Mm-hmm. Maybe it wasn't so good to have them traveling. But apparently it was good to have all the kids not gathering together so much. But don't hesitate to wear a mask. Please wash your hands regularly. I think we all have that habit pretty well down now. Mm-hmm. And certainly give some consideration to getting a flu shot. And for goodness sakes, if you're sick, stay home.
Without a doubt.
Don't go out and spread something. Don't spread whatever you may have, because there is still some RSV, not anywhere near where it was a couple of months ago. Mm-hmm. There is still flu in circulation. There is still COVID in circulation, and there are other things that we don't track that we aren't aware of the numbers of them. But there are a lot of upper respiratory viruses out there, because the hospitals are. There's still a lot of people in the hospital, even though they aren't where they were a week ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool. Well,
yeah.
Well, we'll make sure we stay with the protocol, y'all. We gotta stay with the protocol.
Other than that, nothing really earth-shattering at the moment. We will be having, I think, a lot to say about the Office of Health Equity, our section, as that moves forward. Okay. So we'll get Jamin Johnson back here and some other folks. I think you'll be seeing a lot more of us.
Okay, cool.
That is a lot of that is definitely coming into action, and
see, maybe get them in next week sometime or something. Because I know. you guys are moving forward on that. That got funded. So
Yeah, well, and Jamin did indicate that getting him in here on Friday afternoon would be easier than in the morning. So I'm going to hold him to that.
Cool. All right, big bro. Any plans this weekend?
Oh yeah, I think I'm going to go see the Creighton women play tonight.
Okay.
Hosting Villanova.
Okay. Oh,
Creighton's been a top 25 team. They're just out of
yeah,
where
they've been
Villanova
hooping.
is right now, and they have Villanova brings in the nation's leading scorer. So.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's gonna be a good game.
Yep, that's a start for the day. Anyway.
And then also tonight, the Bryan Bears visit the South Packers. Oh yeah, without a doubt, we getting y'all tonight, Packers. Oh yeah, without a doubt, we getting y'all. You know, that's the rivalry of South Omaha, baby. That's the rivalry of South Omaha. Where are you from, Phil?
My mom went to South High.
Okay. Also, okay. All right. All right,
I'm from Harlan, Iowa. We don't lose very often at anything.
Oh yeah, Harlan is pretty good. All right, but we got y'all tonight, Packers
championships in football. I might point out.
Oh yeah, Harlan. We know about Harlan, Iowa. Shouts out to Harlan, Iowa. I think I sent the goal over there.
Yeah, we've been known to come down here and beat some of the teams in the metro.
Yeah, without a doubt. You only got one city though. Yeah, so you got everybody else, the whole city.
Yeah, a town of 5,000.
That's true.
Yeah, our town is a little bigger than Central High, but we do have a few other little communities around there.
Well, brother Phil, make sure you guys, if you guys have any concern, and then also they have jobs. They got jobs. I mean, you guys got all kinds of jobs.
I sent you the list. You got the list?
Yeah, I shared it, Phil. I shared it.
Very good. Yeah.
They got all kinds of jobs, y'all. They need you. So
we do.
Site checks.
Every week when I get the list of the new jobs, I'm sending it to William King here. I send it to the NAACP. I send it to the Empowerment Network and make sure it gets out in the community, Latino Center of the Midlands as well, to make sure that we get everybody in the community has an opportunity to get some of these jobs. We're making a serious effort to create a diverse workforce, but you can't hide the jobs. You got to let people know the jobs are there. Can't blame somebody for not knowing if we don't. You have to be intentional in creating that sort of an environment, and that's what we're doing.
Pure, without doubt. We appreciate y'all. What's the phone number, Phil, just in case they don't have no internet access?
402-444-3400 is the information line. It's a lot slower than it was during the peak of COVID, so they'd probably like to hear from you.
Also, if you need a smoke detector or a smoker, or was a carbon monoxide detector, make sure you guys call your fire department.
Yeah, you know who to call the fire department. There are people from the fire department I'm sure would be happy to come on here.
All right, big bro. Anything else, big bro?
Not at the moment. I think the weekend is here.
All right.
TGIF.
We're going to take a quick break, y'all, and we're going to be right back with y'all. Boss with us.
DA, drop the beat.
I don't know ID, you know why? Cause I'm VIP. I got a pocket full of green, and you know what this means? That means that I'm VIP. They show nothing but love when I'm up in the club. Why? Cause I'm VIP. You wanna hang with me? You wanna hang with me? Why? Cause I'm VIP. I'm VIP. Hey, when I step in the club, they already know who's the best in the club. From the east to the west, all the rest of the clubs. When I come through, they show love and throw it up. I'm in the back, with a bottle for the jack in the house full of cause I got that sex in the club. Pocket full of green, man, I'm fresh and so clean. I'm so fresh as a black, I'm fresh at the club. Yeah. Hey, I'm a party on. Yeah, I'm a party on. Mommy got Bacardi line, she said it's party time. Damn, that party gone. Ain't killing my vibe, ain't killing my high. Yeah, I'm in my party zone. I got my drink and my two-step, I'm a party to the party go. Until it's over. You know, I show no ID. You know why? Cause I'm VIP. I got a pocket full of green, and you know what this means? That means that I'm VIP. They show nothing but love when I'm up in the club. Why? Cause I'm VIP. You wanna hang with me? You wanna hang with me? Why? Cause I'm VIP. I'm VIP.
Hey, I'm on cloud 9, up in the club, but I'm feeling fine. Never a nickel, baby, always a dime. And like 5 9, I get better with time. I'm dance floor, feeling fancy free. I represent my team, the 313. Yeah, we VIP. Dressed to impress, as you can clearly see. But this is crazy though. Yeah, this is crazy though. I'm the chick in the clique. Yeah, with that crazy flow. You need to stop all the hating. Yeah, you can save it, yo. You wanna roll with me? Meet me in VIP. Yeah, and that's Lady Rooney. That's me.
I show no ID. You know why? Cause I'm VIP. I got a pocket full of green, and you know what this means? That means that I'm VIP. They show nothing but love when I'm up in the club. Why? Cause I'm VIP. You wanna hang with me? You wanna hang with me? Why? Cause I'm VIP. I'm VIP.
VIP, wide body, and your boy Reed came in on 10, and it's all on me. I could have did the long sleeve or the 2C. At the bar, ride out like it's all on me. VIP, walk in, feeling all tipsy. It ain't no problem for the night because my dog with me. 10 on me right now, counting all 50. 745, back to back with the 550. I'm playing rounds in the parking lot on 4 Giallos. Stay bang on my wrist like a gold bottle. I walk in the club looking like I hit the lotto. Low key, mixed breeze, sipping on Skyrim. I make it rain, make it flood, make the weather change. Turn the whole club up like a hurricane. VIP, spend it all, buying everything. Running through a whole 12 like a shoestring.
So no ID, you know why? Cause I'm VIP. I got a pocket full of green, and you know what this means? That means that I'm VIP. They show nothing but love when I'm up in the club. Why? Cause I'm VIP. You wanna hang with me? You wanna hang with me? Why? Cause I'm VIP. I'm VIP.
All right, all right. If you are a boss listener, you are VIP. You are a very important person. Shouts out to Lady Roll, wide body. God rest his soul. Make sure you guys take care of yourself, man. Without a doubt, take care of yourself out there. You know, life is not promised, without a doubt. You know, we play a lot of, brothers and sisters that's gone right now. Ghost, Lameezy. It's most of the guys that haven't. None, the women staying alive. I don't know how y'all women stay alive.
Because we strong.
That's strong. That's strong. No, I think y'all be bringing all the pressure on the brother, all the stress. All this stress. I got calls from my ex-wife, and I know it's irrelevant, but this brother understand. Yeah, when you get a call from ex, and they think you're still married to him and all that stuff. Life in the city, y'all. But that's all right. That's all right. The day is Black Friday. I want you guys to be purposeful on supporting a black business, and if you are a neighbor, we still need your support. We got two guests in the house. They're here because they're doing a benefit for a family that went through a fire. I know the Pratt family. I went to school with Brother Pratt and his family, all his brothers, really, over at Bryan High School. And so he tried to save his granddaughter. She passed. And so we would just want to make sure that we show love to our neighbors. When I grew up in the projects, no one got evicted because we had rent parties. We actually loved our neighbors. We actually know that we're going to go through something someday. And we actually know that we're going to need help one day. And so we want to make sure that we come together as a neighbor. And if everybody do a little, a lot can get done. It's only a $15 donation. Yeah. They got a fabulous show tomorrow. So it's a win-win for you. Yes. You donating, you get entertainment. God paying you back right away. He's paying you back right away. Right away. And then it's if you need a brownie point with God, oh yeah. If you need a God brownie point, this is the signature event right now. This is a God signature event. God might ask you, did you go to? I told you. And you could have helped out a brother. That could have saved. That could have put you in heaven. You know what I mean? So this is a signature, God's signature event, without a doubt. And so, without a doubt, so I had to bring them on because I said, man, how can I help? How can I help? And one way is to get the word out, so hopefully more people can take advantage of the great entertainment. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. I'm gonna let them take over the mic. I'm finna go somewhere else because they already know how to handle the mic. So I'm gonna let them handle the mic. They're gonna tell you what's going on, how you can get involved, but also how you get involved after the 21st, because their recovery, especially in the burn unit, it takes time to recover from burns. All right, go ahead, introduce yourself. I'm gonna roll out. I'll be in the back. I'm gonna take me a break.
All right. Well, what's going on, people? My name is Just B. My real name is Justin, but my artistic name is Just B. I'm a singer, actor here in the city, and I have my awesome sister here as well. Let her introduce herself.
What's up, everybody? I'm Kiera Marche, known as Kiera Marche.
Yes. And so basically, December 27th, 2 days after Christmas, my family were the unfortunate victims of a house fire in South Omaha. Three of my family members were involved in that house fire: Rochelle Kirkland, Michael Pratt, and Jaya Moore Clark. They were life flighted to Lincoln the same day. A day later, baby Jaya passed away from her injuries. Currently, Rochelle and Michael are still in Lincoln in the burn center, and they are recovering. It is a process. It's a battle. It's up, it's down, and we just, we ask for prayers and all good energy right now because it is needed. Like William said, it is a process. It's a battle. It's a long, uphill battle that they are going through right now. But I am hopeful and remaining prayerful that my family will pull through. In the process of all of this, I just felt like I needed to do something to try and help Jaya's grandmother, which is my cousin Sue, to help Michael's children, McKaylin and Fred, and Rochelle's children, who are Devonna and Marlon Pratt. Just wanted to do a little bit for them. And then also there was a situation that happened the day after my family's fire. There was another family fire that happened over here on Paxton Boulevard. And that family, thankfully, they didn't have any injuries or fatalities or anything, but they did lose a lot. And so we are also going to include them. That is the family of Wayne Mitchell. We're going to include them in this benefit as well. It will be $15. The doors open at 5. The show will start at 6 p.m. We got some awesome performances from people such as Kiera Marche, Justin Payne, Angeline Timeless, Danny Cleveland, Alyssa Moore, Austin Mitchell. I'm trying to remember everybody's. Adika Point Dexter.
Y'all got to come to find everybody
y'all
else
just need
out.
to come. T. Barlow will be in the house as well. Yes. We just want y'all to come and enjoy a pretty dope show that I put together just to kind of raise some money for my family.
Yeah, make sure y'all come through. Just B took a lot of time really putting this event together. So, and we gonna show up and show out. I'm sure, I know I am, and everybody else that's on this roster plan on doing the same thing. So we need y'all to come out and support. If you can't support, figure out the Cash Apps, the GoFundMes, and places where you can support and donate to this cause because it's much needed.
Do you guys have like a fund set up like at a bank or anything like that? Or just GoFundMe right now, or?
I think the GoFundMe was set up for Jaya for her funeral expenses and things like that. But the funeral is, we got that. Well, their family, grandmother Sue, and everybody had got that taken care of. So I've been accepting donations. People have been sending funds to me personally through Venmo or PayPal. If anybody wants to do that, my Venmo is at Just Black, and my PayPal is Just B402. But yeah, it's a process. We are dealing. We are still holding on. We are fighting with my family that's fighting. Absolutely. So just keep sending the good vibes, the prayers, all of that up. We appreciate everybody. We've gotten every message. We've gotten every card. We've gotten every cent. Right. And now we're just going to try and put something together for Michael and Rochelle and for Jaya's memory. Michael and Rochelle supported a lot with me in the arts and
Absolutely.
performances, shows. When I did the Color Purple at the community playhouse, they came probably about 6 or 7 times.
Well, you know, and that's why I said, like I said, Brother Michael from high school, and I got goosebumps now. Them brothers, when I was a sophomore, those brothers, of course, you had to go through, a couple of headlocks, but I was fast. They couldn't catch me. but they were great real models, not role models. They were great real models. And Mike always, like I said, him and his girl always came to my shows, that we playing all our concerts. They would see us there with his dreads, So, no, I want to make sure that we participate because we're family, Brian. We're family, baby.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And so anything that we can do. So make sure you guys show up at the door.
Yes.
If you can't go, make sure you, like you said, Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal.
Right. And tomorrow the show is at the Benson Theater. I want to say shout out to the Benson Theater. I got Paul Allen on my live right now, and he's pretty much saying that this space is for us, and the Benson Theater is happy to hold an event in the how do you say it? Hold an event to this nature, like
this magnitude.
This magnitude. Yeah, I couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
Right, I appreciate that.
I mean, we got some. Honestly, we got some of the best stars that's locally. And if you want to hear some great R&B and some great, I know my man T Barlow he wants some gospel. You're gonna get some flavor.
Yeah,
you're gonna get a complete show.
I missed one. Jamonte Watson, who is actually playing Effie in Dreamgirls now, is going to be there performing as well. I had to put that in.
And since you mentioned plays, Fences starts tonight.
Yes.
Tonight.
Yeah, it starts tonight.
Check that out. That is a dope cast. That is going to be a dope show.
Yes.
I'm excited to see it. I probably will be there more than once.
So okay, heck yeah. Well, we're promoting it. We just had Miss Tyree on. Kathy, yes, and so hopefully we'll have some more of the other cast come on over the next couple of weeks. So we'll make sure that we sell it out. And shouts out to the Omaha Community Playhouse for having that ethnicity.
Okay,
you know what I mean, for real, it's important
because we are in rehearsals right now for Dreamgirls.
Okay, all right,
and Dreamgirls has an amazing. I think it's probably 24 beautiful black and brown people that are going to put this awesome show together.
Yeah,
that opens in March.
Okay, I think you say all women. I said I'm gonna come to every rehearsal.
It's mostly women. I think it's only about 6 or 7 guys.
Okay,
the rest of it's all women.
I'm only carrying a mop bucket somewhere. Need some stuff swept up or something. I know y'all need some stuff swept up. So make sure you guys come out tomorrow. I might run stage, grab the mic. I don't know.
It's hosted by Dominique Morgan. Dominique will also be there performing. I'm remembering people as I go.
Yeah,
it's a lot. There'll be a whole show.
Yeah.
Of excellence. That's all I can say.
Without a doubt.
It's gonna be some excellence.
What time the doors open up again?
Doors will open at 5 p.m. The show will start at 6 p.m. You can purchase tickets at the door, or on my Facebook, there's a link that the Benson Theater has set up that you can purchase tickets through the link. You can check my page out, check Benson Theater's website out. They have all of that up as well. But yeah, just come out and support. My brother will be in the building. He is going to be making desserts. Sweet Dreams Southern Eats is the name of his business, and he will be there with these cupcakes and these cookies that I know y'all are gonna love too.
Let me ask you another question. For those that can't give money, but the other family that you're supporting, I saw his video and he was showing his shoes and showing
a lot.
So if I don't have no money, but I got a extra couch, or I got some extra suits, or I got an extra kitchen table, or I got an extra microwave, is that also a need?
I think that is definitely needed for them. And I can get you in contact with him if that is what you would like to do. Just let me know. My social media is open. I'm Just Black on Facebook, Just Be Music everywhere else. So just hit me up if you would like to donate other ways other than financially, because anything can help in these situations. You never know what somebody really needs. until you just reach out and ask them, because
Right.
money helps, but sometimes
It's
they
more than
need
that.
something a little more than that right
Yeah,
there.
that
They
money can
need-
buy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's why it's important for everybody to show up tomorrow, because energy is everything.
Yeah.
So come into the event tomorrow, can give that boost of energy that we're gonna need to help support Michael and Rochelle.
All right.
And Sue will be, my cousin Sue, which is Jaya's grandmother. She will be in the building tomorrow, along with Jaya's siblings.
Okay.
She has 5 siblings, and they will be there as
Wow.
well. So
Wow.
it's going to be a very heartfelt night. So just please come out, support, show your love. If you can't come out, just send your prayers, and we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. Omaha, the Birds of Bluffs. We're talking to the stars, to the young stars in our community.
Justin doing Dream Girls.
And I got your picture up in the other room over there.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Look at me.
Oh yeah.
I'm still on the wall.
Yeah, you're still on the wall. Yeah, you're on the
I
wall.
gotta get you an updated photo.
Yeah, I need an update for you in the other room. So check out the new 95.7 The Boss. What time is it? Okay, well, E-Dub coming on at 5.
Come on,
Mr.
E-Dub.
Soul coming on at 7.
Come on, Mr.
Saturday we got DJ Stu, and then we just added not Hot Boy. What's his name? No, Jerry Brothers.
Oh,
Okay.
JB.
Okay.
Come on, brother.
Right.
Yeah, so brother, I think he's gonna kick it in on Saturday nights now. And so, like I said, we added more content, more voices. I can't do it all, y'all. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm 57.
Me and Justin need a show.
Heck it. Also, I'm working on another transmitter. We might do it if I don't get the money that I need. I'm trying to collaborate with y'all. But if I don't get the money I need, if we do get the money, we're gonna get a HD transmitter, which is a high def transmitter, and then we could have 3 sub channels. And so, beside, if you want to be on the actual radio, then we have that ability.
Yeah, come on.
All right. So we're gonna keep expanding. But we're gonna need y'all support. Keep praying for us, and make sure you guys show up tomorrow, y'all.
Absolutely.
Make sure you guys show up tomorrow. If you can't, if you want to donate, let them know. So, like I said, in the fire, money can't buy everything, and sometimes you don't want to use money to buy a new bed or a new mattress that they might need.
Yeah.
And so, if you guys got a couch, sofa, whatever that you have that you need to get rid of, you got that dust, and somebody else can use this. Somebody trashes someone else's treasure.
Absolutely.
All right.
Make sure you follow our social medias. Mine is Kiera Marche, KEIRIA MARSHA.
And Just Be Music, JUSBMUSIC. That's everywhere.
And you can follow us for all kinds of updates on performances and things that we have going on in the community.
So you guys got next coming up. I saw something coming up, the Culture House, and then ain't you guys doing something?
Actually,
the Vibe or something with
she do the
yeah.
Yes, at the Fabric Lab though, 2514 North 24th Street, February 4th from 6 to 9. Pull up and vibe. It's an open mic session, so featuring Austin Mitchell. If you haven't heard him, go look him up.
He will be there tomorrow.
Yes, Beast on the vocals. So yes, please come out and support all independent and local artists and people in the community doing things to better themselves.
Without doubt, I'm telling you, we work hard for everyone else. I'm telling you, the arts are there to create peace, and so sometimes it's visual art, sometimes it's vocal art. And sometimes it's visual art in regards to plays. And so support your local artists, y'all. It's so important. It's so important that we support each other. All right. Anything that we didn't discuss? Anything else that you want to talk about? Where can they get y'all your music? What platforms are you guys on?
I'm on all the platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, everywhere. My new single is called Surrender, SRNDR.
And mine is Just Be Music. Just type it in, Just Be Music. It'll pop up what's on there right now. I need to add some more, but I'm gonna get to that this year. Once I get past everything else, I'll get back to the music.
Without doubt. Also, remember tonight, fences start tonight.
Yeah.
Fences start tonight. Make sure you guys are purpose. Sell them out.
Shout out to Carrie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Carrie, who is the leading lady in
Okay.
fences. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, heck yeah, I might pull up and gossip. Let them know you heard on 95.7 The Balls. Tell them.
Yep.
Without doubt, y'all gossip everybody, everything else.
It shows, dude. Y'all need to start gossiping about this positivity that's going on in this community and leave that negativity alone before y'all be stuck in that realm y'all don't want to be in.
Heck yeah, y'all. Tell y'all we got greatness over here. We have too much. Of course, we got negative in every community, but we got some great things going over here. And I know these two are purposeful on not only highlighting themselves, but also creating conduits of opportunities for others.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Without doubt. Omaha, the Birds of Bluffs. We're gonna see if I had some of their music I could play, but they be cussing.
I got to hit them some edited music. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we be cussing and
they be cussing. See, I'm trying to get them. I'm gonna talk to them, Mama. I'm gonna talk to them, Daddy. All right, we're gonna talk to them. I know you already talked to him. Girl, I love boys, man, but you just Omaha, the Birds of Bus. This song right here is my man No Good. He said he wanted it all. We want it all for real.
Shout out
No Good.
Yes.
Yeah. I want it all. Everything. Yeah. I want it all. I mean everything. The houses, the cars, the hottest bars, the fortune and fame. I want it all. A life full of hope from the lines that I wrote. You know the pursuit of happiness, man. I want it all. A sense to belong. A crown and the throne. The king going dumb. Just try to put the kingdom on. There's only one thing that I know. It's a 25th aim and I'm ready to go. I want it all. This petty came in, they might go. Change my lanes in this petty came in, I might blow. Residual, the narrow, I might get a little more. Hope I can run with the Taliban. It's like the Menace Clan. Ramshackle through my way to get more. I was getting recognition instead of going on missions and ripping the frame out of everything I know existed. I'm the only one deserving to get his ass kissed. When I live with individuals who lyrically live everything that they know they done, just to take care of their children who sit across their rooms and listen to their parents to go try to spot for a living, wishing they could give them riches or the lifestyle of rich and famous where Robin Leach is, but I ain't tripping because it's gonna happen because I just spoken into existence and you the witness. Listen now, who laughing? I want it all. I mean everything. The houses and cars, the hottest bars, the fortune and fame. I want it all. A life full of hope from the lines that I wrote. You know the pursuit of happiness, man. I want it all. A sense to belong, a crown and the throne. Put the kingdom on. There's only one thing that I know. And the situation's critical. Step on the gas, watch how fast life come at you full blown. Oh my honor, drama so intense you feel it though. And I heard it's my turn to feed the world with momentum. Had an ultimatum to take the nation by storm. By any form, I decided to come back and just hit them like an umbilical. I can watch the week that burn them like 10-4. In any form, I decided to just roll with the spiritual. We got the monopoly, we don't pass go. I know dungeons who pop and throw with 44s. And they ain't even reached 14 yet. If I remember correctly, the oldest anatomy of humanity scholars we found was Zebra and minus wrong. I want it all. I mean everything. The houses, the cars, the hottest bars, the fortune and fame. I want it all. A life full of hope from the lines that I wrote. You know the pursuit of happiness, man. I want it all. A sense to belong, a crown in the throne. Ain't going dumb. Just try to pull it, keep it long. There's only one thing that I know. Want it all. A life full of hope from the lines that I wrote. You know the pursuit of happiness, man. I want it all. A sense to belong, a crown in the throne. Ain't going dumb. Just try to pull it, keep it long. There's only one thing that I know. Well, it's a tune if I aim and I'm ready to go. I want it all.
All right, that's No Good. He wanted it all. We'll keep rolling. My man Jay Keys is up. He actually played the keys. I don't know how he got his last name Keys, and he actually played the keys. And he actually played at church too. God bless us, God. Bless us.
It's an everyday struggle just to get by. This ain't playing, gotta get by. Doing my grind, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get, I'ma get by. is rolling too deep. Me and my partners be coolin', grinding to get it and stack it up, rack it up, split it up, blessings we doin'. Get to be asking what's up. Ay, I'm trying to stay out the way. Head on the swivel, I'm watching the walkers that push on your soul every day. I'm dope, ay, I'm so organic. Ay, every day you gotta elevate. Always be pushing to get more. Always be listening to intuition. I promise to God you'll get more. It's an everyday struggle just to get by. This ain't playing, gotta get by. Doing my grind, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by, I'ma get by. Breaking the mold, man, I'm different from most. Pops had a hold of my head, bro. Soaking the game up until I came up to a time when I needed to flip mode. Niggas be asking what's up. I'm trying to stay up the way. Swinging and switching lanes with the thing. I promised my mama I change, but if you really want it, get up and get it, my nigga. There ain't no excuses. Look at your life, and if you ain't satisfied, trying to change up to the deuces. It's an everyday struggle just to get by. This ain't playing, gotta get by. Doing my grind, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by, I'ma get by.
Oh yeah, it's my man Jay Keys. I want to thank all our guests today. Without doubt, I want to thank everybody. We about to wind down, y'all. We got the block party coming up next. My man E-Dub. After that, oh yeah, we got my man Mr. Soul. In the morning times now, my man P Minor, baby. 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On Saturdays, we got DJ Stu doing his thing. Sunday, we got DJ Detroit doing his thing with the gospel. Then also Jerry Brothers starting on Saturday night. Oh yeah, man, we come with the full roster. Without a doubt, we come with the full roster. Boss with us.